Mercedes Mone is reportedly the highest paid female in professional wrestling history as details of her AEW contract are now revealed. WWE announces a Bray Wyatt documentary set to debut exclusively on Peacock at the beginning of April. Asuka reportedly may have picked up an injury during last Friday's episode of SmackDown on Fox, and also an update when it comes to a star being removed from the WWE roster. Hey guys, welcome back to Wrestling News 365. Hope everyone is doing very well. As always, there are plenty of news stories to get into in the world of professional wrestling. Let's start off talking about Mercedes Mone and more details about the reason she decided to sign with All Elite Wrestling over returning to WWE, as well as details on how much she's being paid by Tony Khan's promotion. Now, details have emerged on Mercedes Mone's AEW contract and why she opted to join them over a return to WWE. The former Sasha Banks arrived in All Elite Wrestling at the company's big business special event this past week in Boston, Massachusetts, after months of speculation about her professional wrestling future. It was reported back in December that talks between Mercedes and WWE had broken down and she was expected to join All Elite Wrestling, which finally ended up happening on last week's Dynamite broadcast on TBS. Per PW Insider, more details on Mercedes' deal with All Elite Wrestling has been revealed, as well as additional reasons she opted to join the company over returning to WWE. PW Insider was told reportedly by multiple sources from both WWE and AEW that both companies were willing to commit to an 8-figure deal for the former WrestleMania headliner, which would have been record-breaking numbers for a female performer in professional wrestling. It was also noted that Mercedes' current AEW deal likely makes her the top-paid female performer in the history of professional wrestling. Discussions with AEW and Mercedes were said to have gone on for about 18 months prior to her signing, and WWE came into the picture later with top-flight executives involved and WWE wanting Sasha Banks back, quote, in the family. PW Insider notes that the final factor in her decision-making was which company would allow her for stronger potential, but not just for her, but also for the future of women in professional wrestling as a whole. Sources told PW Insider that a major part of her decision to go with AEW was that she believed that while a return to WWE would have been beneficial, it would have been a return where she had already been, as well as other projects being automatically made secondary to WWE touring and performing. There was also said to have been a feeling that, while there is a lot of potential of things left to do in WWE, the potential did not have to be jumped on immediately when there is a bunch of additional goals outside of the wrestling world. The belief among those close to Mercedes is that the best way for her to continue to develop her outside interests beyond wrestling was to be in a place that would allow her to still develop said projects. Another factor in Mercedes joining AEW was her hope that she can assist the company in growing stronger and evolving overall, as evidenced with the recent hiring of Jennifer Pepperman to work as AEW's Vice President of Content Development. The hope is that Pepperman will be beneficial to all of AEW and that the intent is not for her to work exclusively on Mercedes content. Those close to the situation noted that Mercedes, who made the final call on where to land, hopes to shake up the overall system for wrestling and create new opportunities for women to get a higher payout, as well as more opportunities down the line as new generations of women pursue professional wrestling. So certainly interesting stuff there. Of course, really the top headline bit being is that Mercedes Mone is believed now to be the highest paid female pro wrestler in the history of professional wrestling. Certainly really interesting stuff. Now, quite interestingly as well, Mercedes Mone has actually spoken with ESPN about her decision to join AEW. Now, referencing this recent talk about big money deals involving the former Sasha Banks, Mone said the following. She said, quote, I'm not Mercedes Mone for no reason. Money changes everything. I'm always about that bag, absolutely. Now, Mone isn't entirely money-focused, with the former women's champion noting that AEW gives her the opportunity to create history. She said, quote, I'm all about creating history, I'm all about creating magic, and I'm all about creating so much more. And that's what AEW brings, so much more. More opportunity, more chances, and more chances just to stand out and be seen and noticed. You can do so much more in AEW, you can do everything. And for me, I want to do everything. So this is the place for me to be, and this is the place that I call home. home. So again, what are your thoughts about Mone's comments there, as well as the report she is the highest paid female professional wrestler in professional wrestling history? Let me know your thoughts about that in the comment section below. Now, some exciting news if you're a fan of the late Bray Wyatt today, because, of course, last year we lost, tragically, Wyndham Rotunda, known on screen as Bray Wyatt. He passed away at a heart attack at the age of 36. Now, as the wrestling world continues to mourn the late performer, WWE is preparing to release a documentary focusing on Rotunda's career titled Bray Wyatt's Becoming Immortal. The first trailer offers a glimpse at what audiences can expect to see on Peacock. Now, the documentary is set to include interviews from the likes of Paul Triple H Levesque, John Cena, Braun Strowman, Rotunda's partner, Jojo Offerman, and much more. Additionally, Mark Calloway, better known as The Undertaker, will narrate the feature as well. Bray Wyatt Becoming Immortal is also set to include never-before-seen footage and interviews with the late performer. Becoming Immortal is scheduled to debut on Peacock on April 1st, 2024, just a few days before the annual WWE Hall of Fame ceremony. Now, Wyatt is rumored to be included as an inductee into the 2024 WWE Hall of Fame class, but his inclusion has yet to be officially confirmed by the promotion. Levesque, WWE's booker and chief content officer, took to social media to comment on the upcoming Bray Wyatt documentary. He said, quote, "Wyndham Rotunda had a brilliant mind. There was no wall he wouldn't break down in the name of storytelling. You had no choice but to believe in him. He was just that good. It's time for his story to be the one that's told." Now, Rotunda, whose father, grandfather, uncle, and younger brother were all wrestlers, first signed with WWE in 2009. The documentary will detail Rotunda's rise as the Wyatt character, as well as some of the struggles he faced throughout his time with the promotion. Now, let's talk about an injury update when it comes to Asuka, because a new report suggests that Asuka may have picked up an injury on SmackDown. Now, it hasn't been really the smoothest road to WrestleMania 40, has it? With plans involving The Rock, Cody Rhodes, Roman Reigns, and others changing multiple times, while an injury to CM Punk that led to an audible regarding the World Heavyweight Championship match as well. Now, another injury has emerged to potentially throw a monkey wrench into WWE's plans for the women's tag team titles as well, because PW Insider is reporting that Asuka, one half of the women's tag team champions, with Kairi Sane, suffered an injury to her knee on SmackDown this past Friday night. The news will not come as a huge shock to viewers, as Asuka could be seen limping during the closing angle of SmackDown, where she, Kairi, Dakota Kai, and women's champion Io Sky attacked Bayley following the latter's match against Kai. Asuka was subsequently pulled off the road this past weekend as a precaution and is expected to undergo medical tests to determine the severity of the injury. At this time, it remains to be seen whether Asuka will be able to wrestle through the injury or if she's going to be forced to take significant time off. It would be Asuka's second notable injury in 3 years, after she was forced to miss 9 months of action from July 2021 to April 2022 due to an arm injury. Now, while no match has been announced for Asuka and Kairi at WrestleMania, it was expected that the duo would put their titles on the line on either night 1 or night 2 of the event. Should Asuka be forced to miss significant time, she would be the second women's star forced off of WrestleMania this year due to injury, joining Charlotte Flair, who suffered an injury wrestling, you guessed it, Asuka, back in December, a knee injury as well, and is expected to be out until later on this year. Of course, we get any more details on the severity, the nature of Asuka's injury, of course, we'll let you know in a future video. Finally, a bit of an update when it comes to Raquel Rodriguez. Now, on the February 19 episode of Raw, Raquel Rodriguez made her return to action after several months away, winning a Battle Royal to earn the 6th spot in the Women's Elimination Chamber match. Now, Raquel returned after dealing with mast cell activation syndrome and competed in the Elimination Chamber match in Perth, Australia, despite an actual flare-up in her condition. She then faced Chelsea Green on the February 26 episode of Raw and has not appeared on the show since then. In an update from PW Insider, Raquel has been moved from the active roster to the inactive roster, among other talents who are currently out of action or inactive. Now, it's not yet been reported whether Raquel is injured or if her absence is related to her current condition. We'll have to wait and see, of course. Once again, if we get any more details on that, we'll let you know in a future video. But there you go, guys. The latest pro wrestling news for you. Be sure to smash a like on the like button. Be sure to subscribe, bottom right-hand corner. As always, let me know your thoughts in the comment section below, and I'll speak to you again very soon.
Hey guys, thank you for watching, listening, streaming, or however you come across this video today. Be sure to click on the video on the right there to watch our next video, or click there to subscribe, or the bottom right hand corner. Thank you very much, and I'll speak to you again very soon.